Getting great audio for your webinars is not an easy task, especially when you don't have a good microphone. But what's even worse is when you have a good microphone, but not the right way to connect it. That's why today we will focus on the Scarlett interface by Focusrite. Right? This is the Scarlett interface made by Focusrite. It's the third generation and has 2 inputs and 2 outputs, and is used by many types of content creators. It is also a staple in a small recording studio. What is an interface? An interface is a piece of hardware used to send audio signals, in or output, from a recording device to a computer or a laptop. There are many types of interfaces, including big ones, small ones, and this one. It's good to know that an interface isn't just a converter. It's an important piece of gear in your online and offline recording studio. On this interface there are lots of controls to get the best out of your audio recording session. As you can see, you have 2 XLR inputs for a microphone. XLR is one of the most used types of connectors in the audio world. Next to those you have 2 dials to control the gain. Around this dial there's a small halo indicating the gain level. Green is good, yellow means watch out, almost clipping, and red means clipping. On the bottom of both inputs you'll see 2 buttons, Inst and Air. These are preamps for your microphone. A preamp makes a weak electric signal strong enough for the actual processing. And then you see a button, 48V. This button is to add phantom power to both inputs.
What is phantom power?
Some mics, for example all condenser mics, need a little extra power for their circuit. Now the standard is 48 voltage, hence the V. Otherwise your condenser mic won't work and you don't see the halo light up around your input dial. On the other hand, phantom power can damage your ribbon mics and your audio equipment. So make sure to check the specs of your audio equipment before you start working with phantom power. Below the phantom power button you will find a button that says direct monitoring. This influences the way of monitoring. You have the option between mono and stereo. You can check this thanks to the green indication. You see a small circle and 2 small circles combined. If you press this button twice, notice that one of the signals is muted. To decide which input signal you want to hear, mute the other one with the dial. Next you see the monitor dial. This dial is to control both of the output levels. The 2 outputs are located on the back of the interface right here. And all the way on the right side of the interface we will find the headphone output jack. This means is that you can listen to the audio without delay. The dial above is to adjust the headphone output level. Next we need to connect our interface to a laptop or a computer. This interface uses a USB-A to a USB-C cable. On the back of the interface there is a USB-C port. Plug the cable in and for my laptop we need to use a converter. Now the interface is connected and it's time for a demo. So right now I'm going to give you a demonstration of the Focusrite Scarlett interface, and as a microphone I will use
New goodies.
the Rode Pod mic. Yes, we have new microphones. These are our Rode Pod mics, a dynamic microphone with a cardioid polar pattern. Now, of course, there will be a video on these microphones coming to our YouTube channel very soon. Now, if you have a good eye, you already noticed something else. This isn't the same interface you have seen so far. Because this is our studio interface, and this one has 4 XLR inputs and 4 additional inputs on the back. Another difference is that this one has an extra cable to supply its power. And this interface has an on and off switch. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a full video on our studio interface, and I'll also add some handy tips and tricks. So I have an XLR cable here and let's connect them. Now the microphone is connected to the Focusrite, so now we need to connect the Focusrite to our laptop. But before we do that, there is a slight difference with the smaller version of the Focusrite Scarlett, in that this one has an on and off switch. So let's switch it on, you can see the lights. And now let's add this as a source in OBS. Now the first thing we need to do is add the Scarlett as a source. So click on the plus icon bottom left of your source dock, go to audio input capture, give it an easy to understand name, in this case I would just call it Focusrite interface. And click on OK. Now a window properties for Focusrite interface will show up in OBS. Here you need to tell OBS what device actually is the Focusrite interface. So click on device and go to analog 1+2 for Focusrite USB audio, since that is our interface. Click on it and click on OK. Now, as you can see in our audio mixer down below, you can see that the Focusrite is sending audio to OBS. But if you look closely, you can see that it's only coming through one channel and not two. In OBS, this is a very easy fix, because this means is that your audio is stereo since you have only connected one microphone. So let's go to the advanced audio properties by clicking on the gear icon of the Focusrite interface. Go to advanced audio properties and tick the box that says mono. So now you can start recording with the Focusrite interface and, in our case, a Rode Pod mic. That was for the online situation. Now let's go to the Audition for the offline situation. So right now we are in Adobe Audition and I have created a multi-track session. Now if you open Audition for the first time, you need to create this multi-track session. You can do that by clicking on here on multi-track and then follow the steps as shown on your screen. So here we are in our multi-track session, and now I'm going to connect the Focusrite interface to Adobe Audition. Now the first thing we need to do in our multi-track session is that we need to tell Audition we want to record on track 1. And you can tell that by pressing on the R. Now, as you can see, there is audio coming from the Focusrite and the Rode Pod mic once again to our laptop, in this case Adobe Audition. But, like in OBS, we want it to be mono, otherwise you can only hear audio in one ear. Now, here you see default stereo input. Now, if you click on that, and then you go to mono, and then you select analog 1+2 for Focusrite USB audio 1. As you can see, now I have the same audio in both my left and my right channel, and it's time to record. So right now you hear the unedited mono recording of the Rode Pod mic that is connected to our Focusrite Scarlett interface. This is a way for you to check how this microphone sounds, because like I said, there will come a video on our YouTube channel very soon. Now, let's head back for the studio for the final segment of this video. Why use an interface? I think there are 3 reasons on why you should buy an interface. Reason 1, you have much more control over your audio recording. Reason 2, you have the opportunity to connect better equipment. And reason 3, it's very versatile. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about webinars, on how to host them, what gear to use and what it's like to work at a tech startup, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click like on this video and hit that notification bell. And let us know, do you use an interface for your webinars? Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one. Bye!